Welcome everyone, I'm Dale and this is Cinema Historia. Two golf hopefuls, a father in debt, and two women with marriage on their minds. This week we're going back to 1953 for a musical comedy sports film called The Caddy, starring Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, Donna Reed, and Barbara Bates. And this is directed by Norman Taurog. So where does our story begin this week? Well, it begins in San Francisco. So Harvey Miller Jr., played by Jerry Lewis, is the son of a famous golf pro who's expected to follow in his father's footsteps. Unfortunately, Harvey gets nervous in crowds and can't live up to his father's expectations. Harvey and his girlfriend, Lisa Anthony, played by Barbara Bates, take on jobs at a local department store. Without the okay of their boss, they take an extended lunch to see Ben Hogan play golf at a local tournament. A 3-hour lunch and losing 2 weeks' salary on a tournament bet, both return to face their boss, Mr. Baxter, or AKA Old Skinhead, and unsurprised, they both lose their jobs. With being less nervous one-on-one, Lisa convinces Harvey to become a golf instructor, with her being the first customer. With a series of unsuccessful jobs, Lisa's brother, Joe Anthony, played by Dean Martin, arrives back home and is interested in golf as well. Papa Anthony, Joe's father, thinks he would like to be a part of the family business of fishing and spends $500 on another boat. Not liking fishing, Joe and Harvey think with some practice they could play in professional golf tournaments with Harvey as the caddy. Leaving San Francisco with a father in debt, they head to Santa Barbara for the Santa Barbara Country Club Tournament with a grand prize of $500. At the Country Club Tournament dance, Joe wins over Kathy Taylor, played by Donna Reed, a wealthy socialite who works at the club. With Joe singing up a storm and Harvey making a nuisance of himself, a talent agent witnesses the comical spectacle and advises they should go into show business. Joe, winning the tournament, is pressured into following the club tradition in passing over the check to their charity fund. With Papa Anthony still in debt, Joe and Harvey move on to the Monterey tournament, but with a quarrel and a disruption, Joe is disqualified. So does Joe and Harvey finally get Papa out of debt? Do two hopeful brides become impatient? Or does a persistent talent agent get his wish? With an 83% score from the film critic Rotten Tomatoes, this film received 1 nominee and 1 win. A 1954 nominee Oscar for Best Music Original Song for Harry Warren and Jack Brooks, and a Golden Laurel winner in 1954 for Top Male Comedy Performance for Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin. This film also has cameo appearances by some of the leading professional golfers of the era, all playing themselves, including Ben Hogan, Sam Snead, and Byron Nelson. And our trivia question this week, did a couple of stars of this film have other success that same year? Did a couple of stars of this film have other success that same year? So, a little more history and the answer to our trivia question coming up next. Now, since our film is titled The Caddy, I thought it might be interesting to do some caddy history. And to explain, in golf, a caddy is the person who mainly carries a player's bag and clubs and gives the player advice and moral support. Caddies have been used for hundreds of years, although in today's economy, they are usually reserved for country clubs and high-end courses like St. Andrews in Scotland. The term and tradition dates back to Mary, Queen of Scots, who developed a love for the game of golf. Louis, the King of France, after learning about her new hobby, commissioned the first golf course in the world built outside of Scotland to be constructed for her enjoyment when she visited. He hired cadets from a nearby military school to chaperone and guard her while she played, and when she returned to Scotland, she carried the practice home. The Scots word caddy was derived in the 17th century from the French word cadet, originally meaning student military officer or referred to someone who did odd jobs. By the 19th century, it had come to mean someone who carried clubs for a golfer. The first recorded use of a caddy was in Edinburgh in 1681 by the future James II of England when taking part in the first international golf contest. At most clubs, caddies are paid at the end of the round by cash or receive a payment ticket for which they can redeem their wages in the clubhouse. Caddies for professional golfers are often paid a percentage of the winnings, which can be as high as 10%. The caddy could also receive a salary, as the player is not guaranteed to win money at every tournament. And here's an interesting list, a list of some of the most famous caddies. Arnold Palmer, yes, the king became a caddy at age 11 in Pennsylvania. Martin Sheen, yes, this famous actor started looping at age 9 in Dayton, Ohio. Bing Crosby, singer and actor, hit this list. Bill Clinton, yes, sax player and ex-president, toted the sticks in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Bill Murray, yes, go figure, comedian actor, grew up caddying at Indian Hills in Winnetka, Illinois. And last but not least, Bob Hope. Yes, the legend looped in Cleveland, Ohio, and started the Bob Hope Classic in 1960. And the answer to our trivia question this week, did a couple of stars of this film have other success that same year? Yes, they certainly did. 5 days prior to the film's release in 1953, Columbia Pictures released the film From Here to Eternity, starring Donna Reed. Reed went on to win an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for From Here to Eternity. Both films were shown in theaters during the same time period, and both were hugely popular. And the score for this film includes the hit That's Amore, sung by Dean Martin. It was nominated for an Oscar for Best Original Song. It also became a multi-million seller and one of Dean's signature songs. Interesting. I hope you enjoy my videos, and if you do, can you help keep my channel on par and subscribe? And if you're a new subscriber, a big thank you. I gotta go. I gotta see how the golf lessons are coming along. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope to see you back next week.
You'd make a wonderful combination.
Yeah, and there's a tournament opening in Santa Barbara in a couple of weeks. You could be the player and I could be the caddy. There's a $500 prize.
Gee, that'd buy us a lot of furniture.
It would mean work, and more work. You have to bear down.
You know, I think you're running a fever. I'm no golfer.
All you have to do is practice.